flood market of Michigan.
You'll get a letter, you'll get a notice at the end that says, severe repetitive loss, sorry, we can't offer coverage. You have to go through a special program called NFIP Direct. All this means is that you have an appointment with FEMA directly. It takes them about 7 days to do that. I always recommend every agency always be appointed with them in case this ever comes across your desk. There's no premium, there's no application minimum. You're really just directly appointed with FEMA. Commissions are way lower. They're like 5% compared to most that are 15 to 20 on these special properties, but FEMA has a special application process on these type of properties. And we have a community in Alabama that every time it rains, it floods basically in this community. And this community has actually had 8 flood insurance claims in the last 5 years. That as soon as we see the street, we know. And Alabama's a buyer beware state. And so there, they don't have to disclose flood losses. So what we do is we teach the property owners there, or the listing agents, the buyer's agents and everybody, ask 2 questions. Ask if the property has ever flooded since you've owned it. Ask if the property has ever flooded since you lived in it. And the reason is, if it's an investor and you ask if a property has ever flooded since you lived in it, he can say no because he's never lived in it. But since he's owned it, if he says no on there, then at that point they can be held liable. As I said, we talked a little bit about flood claims. The difference between a home insurance claim and a flood insurance claim is a flood insurance claim lasts forever. So even if a property had a claim back in 1970, some private companies still will not insure it at all. Some of them only look 5 years back. FEMA does a 20-year look back, and we'll get into that in just a second on the different flood insurance options. And I said, if you want to take a picture of that QR code, it's the same way I've had on there before. It just takes you to our Flood Learning Center. So if you ever have questions, this Flood Learning Center is always available for you.